Hello everyone, AJ here. So it's good to see you again. Sorry that I have not been producing any videos for the past month or so because I've been busy with writing a new book and also producing some generative AI music, right? So I've been playing with these tools to get a better idea of AI and how we can use it to produce music, for example. And at the same time, I've also been writing a new book on project management. Okay, so I'm just glad to be here right now. So this video is about MBTI. Okay, so if you're not sure what MBTI is, it stands for Myers Briggs Type Indicator. Okay, MBTI. So why I am sharing this is because it's probably the most popular topic in pop culture, okay, where everyone is asking, okay, what's your personality type? So I think the way that some people are treating it is also somewhat similar to zodiac signs, right? Which is again, it's not supposed to be the way that you look at personality types, okay, and it's much more nuanced or complex than that. So about 10 years ago, I took the official MBTI profiling instrument because I wanted to find out what my personality type was. And what I got was INFJ. Okay, so when you talk about MBTI personality types, you'll be presented with this four letter codes, right? That uh, is supposed to represent who you are. Okay, so INFJ was supposedly my personality type. But after I did my own research and I read more about INFJ, it seems to me that there was a slight misalignment because I don't think that INFJ fit me well. Okay, so I think that there must have been some kind of mistyping somewhere. So then I took other tests or instruments, and instead of getting INFJ, I got INTJ, right? And in fact, then I started to get more of INTJ rather than INFJ. Every once in a while, I will also get INFJ. So it became very confusing. Then I started to think, what actually is my type, So then I started to watch a lot of YouTube videos whereby these influencers they would talk about MTI. So I will have to thank here, people like Frank James, Matt Sherman, Alexis Kingsley, Typecast Heroes, Personality Podcast, right? So all these people they have a lot of content to guide anyone who's interested in the matter about MBTI, okay, and how you're supposed to understand it correctly, right? So I've always believed that human beings are not two-dimensional. Okay, we are multi-dimensional. So it's not possible to simplify a personality type just by looking at the surface, just four letters. Human being is more than just four letters. So if you look at the information or knowledge that's available behind it, so all these channels would actually advise for people to go a bit deeper and read about what they call as uh, cognitive functions. Okay, because behind the four letters lies a whole bunch of information called cognitive functions. Okay, so these cognitive functions will define who you are in your personality, and it's also a mixture of introverted cognitive functions and extroverted cognitive functions. So again, there's a lot of misconceptions about the word introvert. Okay, so in this context, introvert is not about being shy and not liking crowds and so on. It could be, but it doesn't have to be just that. Okay, it is more about whether you're more centered towards yourself internally, or whether you are more focused towards the outside environment. Okay, if you're more focused towards the outside environment, you are an extrovert. Okay, and if you're more focused internally, then you're more likely to be introvert. Okay, so again, a lot of people got that confused. So they think, oh, he doesn't like to mix with people. That means he's an introvert. Not exactly. If you were to read some of the personality types under MBTI, not all extrovert types love crowds either. Okay, for example, ENTJ, from what I read, the ENTJ type is not really a person who loves crowds and noise, especially if they're doing their work, if they're focused on their work. Yeah, it would actually annoy them. So I did my own research and studies and also viewing all these videos, in order to have a better idea on what my type is. So after a lot of evaluations, a lot of thinking, I came to the realization that I would probably be a type that has a strong uh, sensing function. Okay, so sensing function, it is one of the four functions that are described in MBTI. Okay, so you have thinking, you have feeling, you have sensing, and you have intuition. Okay, so these are the four families of cognitive functions. So from these cognitive functions, then they break it down into introverted and extroverted. Okay, so you have introverted thinking and extroverted thinking, introverted feeling and extroverted feeling, introverted sensing and extroverted sensing. Last but not least, introverted intuition and extroverted intuition. I will not get into detail on what each of these means because it's a extremely detailed and long topic. Okay, so maybe I might cover that in other upcoming videos. But suffice to say that after I took a hard look at myself and comparing it against the information that I've absorbed, right? I came to the realization that I'm probably someone who has a strong sensing function component inside my personality type. And also, I would also be someone who has a strong feeling function in my personality type. And why I say that is that, for example, regarding sensing, based on how I live my life, okay, I'm a person who doesn't like delays. I like to do things immediately. Okay, I don't like to procrastinate. And for example, if I have chores to do, I like to do my chores immediately. Okay, I don't like to delay any chores. And if I have to tackle something, a problem or topic, I just tackle it head on. I don't, beat around the bush because I don't like to waste time. I'm also a person who loves playing with new tools, such as cameras or new gadgets, cameras, video cameras, and I love learning how to use them with my hands, and also bringing them out to the environment and using it. Okay, so for example, I learn on how to use a new camera, and I go out to a beautiful bird park, or orchid or flower farm, right? Or a nice beach, right? And learn how to actually use it, take nice pictures and so on. Okay, so those things are things that I'm passionate about. Also, things like I get easily distracted when there's too much noise or too much sensory information in the environment. I can get easily distracted. So again, based on what I've read, these are among the things that are characteristic in a person with sensory functions. Okay, so the next one would be the feeling function. Okay, so based on what I've read so far, I would probably have a strong introverted feeling function. Okay, in my personality type. And why I say that is because when we talk about the word introverted again, it is about something that is deeply personal within you, right? So again, the contrast between introverted and extroverted. So extroverted means you project it out to the external environment, right? Introverted means something that is deeply personal to you. Okay, so I do feel and believe that my feelings are personal, and I do a lot of so-called dialogues within me about things that I see, right? So things like if I need to do something, right, or if I need to decide on something, what are my values? Okay, is this thing important based on my values and what I believe in? Okay, so again, these things based on what I've read is characteristic of introverted feeling. Okay, so I think so far based on what I've explained, my personality type would be something that has a strong introverted feeling component, right? And also a strong sensing component. So I'm guessing at this point is extroverted sensing and introverted feeling. So based on that, without going too much into details, I am possibly an ISFP. So as you can see, it's radically different from what the profiling instruments have been telling me in the past, or tests have been telling me in the past. So it's because of that that I think that if you're really serious about knowing your personality type, you should not reduce yourself to just four letters and accept what the tests have been telling you. Okay, so I think you should also go one step deeper and really learn about the eight cognitive functions of MBTI and understand which one applies to you and which one doesn't. Okay, you can regard the eight cognitive functions as the building blocks, the so-called Lego building blocks of your personality. Okay, so there could be many alternatives or combinations. So read about all eight of them, right? And see which one fits you. Another way to help with the process is instead of looking at strictly MBTI tests that you can sit for, go online and find cognitive function tests. Okay, or how to determine your cognitive stack. Okay, your cognitive stack. So I think those will be more useful because they will actually test you for on each cognitive function, and in the end, they will give you the result on ones will be the ones that you scored the highest. So then that would also give you a good idea on what your type could possibly be. Okay, so I hope that is useful to you. Right? I want to keep this video short so that I don't bore you, right? So in the next video, I will probably show you an example on how you decode, okay, the four letters of MBTI because there is a way for you to decode those letters. Right? So thank you very much.